Hello, everybody, and welcome into my first time watching The Princess Bride, which released in 1987. My name is Kale if you're new here, and welcome into my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am watching this not only because I've always wanted to and because it's been heavily requested, but tragically, this past Sunday on December 14th, we found out that Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle had been tragically killed, and that news went through so quick in the movie community. And so I looked at what I had planned for the upcoming week, and I decided to push back a Christmas watch so that I could fit in The Princess Bride, because out of all the movies of his that I haven't seen, which is all but one, The Princess Bride was obviously going to be my first choice. If you're interested in what movie of his I've seen, it was When Harry Met Sally, which is a reaction on the channel, so if you've missed that, I would definitely recommend checking that out as well. I really loved that movie, and I'm super excited for The Princess Bride today because I do know some things about this movie before we get into it, and I have always wanted to see it, so I'm very, very excited. So what do I know? I know that Carrie Elwes is in this. I know that Robin Wright is in this. I also think that Wallace Shawn is in this. I know that Mandy Patinkin is in this, and I know that his character is Inigo Montoya because I have seen that iconic scene of him seeking revenge of his father's murder, and he says the iconic, like, you killed my father, prepare to die. I have seen that little bit on the internet many, many, many times. I'm sure there are other things about this movie that I've probably seen online too, but that's the only one that I know for sure, I just recently watched another Mandy Patinkin movie. I reacted to the movie Yentl. That one is a Patreon exclusive. I don't think I'll ever edit that for the YouTube channel. So if you're interested, come hang out over on Patreon for that. But yeah, I loved Mandy Patinkin in that one, and that even more made me want to watch The Princess Bride. And I won't lie, that definitely did influence my decision to put this one in the schedule out of all of Rob Reiner's movies. So that's about it. Intro, just about done. I'll just remind you guys that the full-length watch along to this and all my movie reactions is over on Patreon. I also have a ton of exclusives over there. And with that, just thank you again so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to get into this, so let's press play. Oh, this is something I wasn't expecting to see in this movie. I thought this was fantasy. I mean, I know it's fantasy, like it is categorized as that, but...
Your grandfather's here.
Can't you tell me I'm sick?
That's why he's here.
I was just sick.
Is it Christmas time in this movie, too? Or, like, right now for them?
This is a special book. Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, true love, miracles.
It's got a little bit of everything.
The Princess Bride. Buttercup was raised on a small farm. Her favorite pastime, tormenting the farm boy. His name was Wesley.
So what does she call him?
Farm boy, polish my horse's saddle.
As you wish.
As you wish was all he ever said to her.
As you wish. He is so cute.
That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. She truly loved him back.
Farm boy.
Can you call him Wesley one of these days?
Hold it, hold it. What is this? Where's the sports?
We're getting to that.
Is this a
Patience.
kissing book?
Just wait.
When's it get good?
He's still on the first page.
Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed his few belongings and left the farm to seek his fortune across the sea. It was a very emotional time for Buttercup.
I will always come for you.
His ship was attacked by the dread pirate Roberts, who never left captives alive. And Buttercup got the news that Wesley was murdered.
Murdered by pirates is good.
She neither slept nor ate.
I will never love again.
No, he didn't die.
5 years later, the main square of Florence City was filled as never before to hear the announcement of the great Prince Humperdinck.
Prince what?
I shall marry a lady who was once a commoner like
He's
yourself.
giving Farquaad.
Would you like to meet her? Yes! Princess Buttercup.
Buttercup's emptiness consumed her. She did not love him.
Of course not. Wesley's a million times better than that guy.
A word, my lady. We are but poor, lost circus performers.
There is nothing nearby.
Then there will be no one to hear you scream.
I just don't think it's right killing an innocent girl.
Do you want me to send you back to where you were? Unemployed in Greenland?
He's not really all that pleasant, is he?
Why are you doing that?
Making sure nobody's follow us.
That would be inconceivable.
Oh, inconceivable. Yeah, I definitely heard that.
You're sure nobody's follow us? I just happened to look behind us and something is there.
Probably some local fisherman.
Sure.
I don't swim.
I only dog paddle.
Do you know what that sound is? Shrieking eels. You swim back now, I promise no harm will come to you.
You want to kill her? Oh, I'm good. Let's go.
She doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time. I'm explaining to you because you look nervous.
I was nervous.
I was so not expecting this part.
Because we can stop now if you want.
No, you could read a little bit more.
Yeah, he's interested. You're good.
Those are the shrieking eels.
Look past that, Grandpa. You read it already.
Put her down.
I think he's getting closer.
He's no concern of ours. I suppose you think you're brave.
I mean, why wouldn't she try to escape?
He's right on top of us. Wonder if he's using the same wind we are using.
The cliffs of insanity! Move the thing!
It's like the Westeros wall. Damn, he is going fast.
He's climbing the rope and he's gaining on us.
Inconceivable.
One man. My arms would be spaghetti. He'll be up there before you slice through that. Oh, that looks like Wesley.
He didn't fall? Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I've heard that line before too. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
If he falls, fine. If not, the sword.
I'm going to duel him left-handed. Only way I can be satisfied.
You be careful. People in masks cannot be trusted.
Hello there! Slow going?
I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it looks, so I'd appreciate it if you
Yeah.
wouldn't distract me.
It's definitely Wesley.
If you're in such a hurry, you could lower a rope or a tree branch or find something useful to do.
Promise I will not kill you until you reach the
But
top.
I'm afraid you'll just have to wait.
I hate waiting. I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Throw me the rope.
What a funny conversation.
Thank you.
Well, wait until you're ready.
You'll let him recover a little bit first.
You don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand?
Do you always begin conversations this way?
My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man.
Ah, okay.
He was a great sword maker, my father. When the 6-fingered man appeared and requests a special sword, I slept a year before he was done.
Wow.
6-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 his promised price. My father refused. The 6-fingered man slashed him through the heart.
Aw.
So naturally, I challenged his murderer to a duel. I failed, but he gave me this. I was 11 years old. I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the 6-fingered man and say, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." It's been 20 years now. I started to lose confidence.
I'm happy for this really long conversation because the chances of them fighting now are like dropped considerably, right?
I certainly hope you find him someday.
You ready then?
Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
Okay, never mind. Oh, shoot. Okay. This is fun. Oh, okay.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
They are both so dang attractive. I love the music being in time with all of this. Or them being in time with the music. It all being in sync, you know.
Kill me quickly.
Please understand, I hold you in the highest respect.
He has such a nice voice. They both do. That was very good.
Inconceivable! Finish him your way!
Which was my way?
Get behind the boulder. The minute his head is in view, hit it!
My way is not a sportsman.
How is this going to go down? I feel like this will just be a nice conversation. Oh, jeez. God, that scared me.
I did that on purpose. I didn't have to miss.
So what happens now?
We face each other as God intended. No tricks, no weapons.
I think the odds are slightly in your favor at hand fighting.
He's a big guy.
Are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want you to feel you're doing well. I hate for people to die in bad.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't fought just one person. In specializing in groups, you use different moves. Then we only have to be one.
Getting on his back was clever.
I do not envy you the headache you will have when you awake, but in the meantime, rest well, dream of large women.
And onward we go.
It was mighty doing.
Clearly, this was all planned by warriors of Gilda.
Could this be a trap?
I always think everything could be a trap, is why I'm still alive.
All right. Yeah.
So, it is down to you, and it is down to me.
What is going on here?
You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Rightfully stolen.
I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brain.
In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess? To the death? I accept.
How do we have a battle of wits?
Iocane powder, odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadly poisons known to man. Where is the poison? It ends when you decide and we both drink.
A clever man would put the poison into his own goblet because he would know that only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I'm not a great fool, but you must have known I was not a great fool.
You made your decision then?
Not remotely, because iocane comes from Australia.
What?
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going.
Oh, gosh.
And you must have suspected I would have known the powder's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that.
Poor Buttercup is just like, oh my god.
What in the world can that be?
What? Where? What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a minute. Let's drink. Me from my glass, and you from yours.
He knows.
I switched glasses!
Okay, now that that's done.
Who are you?
I'm no one to be trifled with.
Oh, we're not getting the reunion that I think?
They were both poisoned. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Oh? How do you do that?
There's no greater hunter than Prince Humperdinck. He can find you.
You think your dearest love will save you?
I never said he was my dearest love.
You admit to me you do not love your fiancé.
I have loved more deeply than a killer like yourself could ever dream.
The next time my hand flies on its own, for where I come from, there are penalties when a woman lies.
Iocane. I'd bet my life on it.
They're like quite close.
I know who you are. Your cruelty reveals everything. You're the dread pirate Roberts. Admit it.
With pride. What can I do for you?
You can die slowly, cut into 1,000 pieces.
All right.
You killed my love.
It's possible. Who was this love of yours?
A farm boy.
Poor and perfect, with eyes like the sea after a storm.
So how do you not recognize him? You see his eyes.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
It's a good line.
He simply said, please, please, I need to live. It was the please that caught my memory. I asked him what was so important for him. True love, he replied. When you found out he was gone, did you get engaged to your prince that same hour?
Hey.
I died that day. You can die too, for all I care.
Oh, as you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley.
This is a deep hill. Holy crap. Good job, stunt team. Just the way she threw herself down. Oh gosh.
They are headed dead into the fire swamp.
The what?
Can you move at all?
Move? You're alive. If you want, I can fly.
Yay.
Why didn't you wait for me?
You were dead.
Yeah.
I will never doubt again.
There will never be a need.
Cuties.
No, please.
What is it? What's the matter?
They're kissing
Kissing
again.
again.
Someday you may not mind so much.
That is such a young boy thing to say.
It's not that bad.
I mean, there's a lack of fire. Oh, there we go. There's the fire in the fire swamp. Look how calmly he did that. His whole demeanor is so calm.
Fire swamp certainly does keep you on your toes.
Thankfully, it gives you a bit of a warning.
Roberts and I eventually became friends. And then it happened. But Roberts had grown so rich, he wanted to retire. Told me his secret. I am not the Dread Pirate Roberts, he said. My name is Ryan. I inherited the ship from the previous Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh.
The man I inherited from was not the real Dread Pirate Roberts either. Then he explained that the name was the important thing for inspiring the necessary fear.
Yep.
I shall retire and hand the name over to someone else. Is everything clear to you?
Yeah. Thanks for catching us up. Is this movie why so many of us have quicksand fears? What in the fuck are you? Can we go?
You may as well die here.
We have already succeeded. What are the three terrors of the fire swamp? The flame spur. No problem. The lightning sand.
What about the ROUSs?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
God. Can't believe this movie has jump scared me twice. God damn. Okay, we need to leave this place. Oh, crap.
Surrender!
You mean wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept.
Will you promise not to hurt him?
What was that?
What was that?
Promise to return him to his ship.
I swear it will be done.
Once we're out of sight, take him back to Florin and throw him in the pit of despair.
Of course.
I thought you were dead once, and it almost destroyed me.
But he just said, I swear it will be done. Maybe he doesn't mean it. Well, frig, I don't like that they're separated again. Oh. Oh.
You have 6 fingers on your right hand. Someone was looking for you.
No.
Where am I?
The pit of despair. Don't even think about trying to escape.
It's not. I was expecting the pit of despair to be something totally different.
She's been like that ever since the fire swamp. It's my father's failing health that's upsetting her.
Sure.
The king died that very night. Buttercup and Humperdinck were married.
She doesn't marry Humperdinck. She marries Wesley. I'm just sure of it. After all that Wesley did for her, if she didn't marry him, it wouldn't be fair.
I agree, kid.
Life isn't always fair.
I'm telling you,
True.
you're messing up the story.
No. This is how it has to happen for now.
Queen Buttercup!
What a crown.
Boo! Boo!
Why do you do this?
Because you had love in your hands. Your Your true love lives, and you marry another. Bow to the queen of slime, the queen of filth. Rubbish, filth, slime, muck, boo!
Aww.
Buttercup's nightmares were growing steadily worse.
If you tell me I must marry you in 10 days, please believe I will be dead by morning.
Consider our wedding off. You return this Westley to his ship, and we will simply alert him. Pirates are not known to be men of their words.
My Westley will always come
Don't spin this. Yeah, she's right about that.
We'll run up the white flag and deliver your message. If Westley wants you, bless you both. If not, please consider me as an alternative to suicide. When I hired Vizzini to have her murdered on our engagement day, I thought that was clever. But it's going to be so much more moving when I strangle her on our wedding night.
This bitch. Manufacturing.
Are you coming down into the pit?
But I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder.
I got a busy day. Just got too many things on the to-do list. What is this machine?
Beautiful, isn't it?
No.
This being our first try, I'll use the lowest setting.
And this is the lowest?
Instead of sucking water, I'm sucking life. I've just sucked 1 year of your life away.
Okay.
As chief enforcer of all Florin, I trust you with this secret. Killers from Gilda are infiltrating the Thieves' Forest and plan to murder my bride. I want the Thieves' Forest emptied before I wed. It won't be easy. Try ruling the world sometime.
The humor in this movie is so good.
There's a Spaniard giving us some trouble.
Will you give him some?
So wondering when we're going to see him again.
I am waiting for the sage.
Surely are Mini. Hello.
No.
Hello. Don't look so good. You don't smell so good either.
I feel fine.
I don't think you do.
Fezzik took great care in reviving Inigo.
Where is this Rugen now?
He's with the prince in the castle. But the castle gate is guarded by 30 men.
How many could you handle?
I don't think more than 10.
Leave in 20 for me. I need the man in black.
Mm-hmm.
He bested you with strength, your greatness. He bested me with steel. He must have outthought Vizzini. And a man who can do that can plan my castle onslaught any day.
Well, you don't know where he is.
Don't bother me with trifles. After 20 years, at last my father's soul will be at peace. There will be blood tonight.
Yes. I love them so much.
Tomorrow morning, your men will escort us to Florin Channel, where every ship in my armada waits to accompany us on our honeymoon.
Every ship but the 4 you sent.
Yes, of course.
She knows.
You never sent the ships.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bother lying. Wesley will come for me anyway.
You're a silly girl.
Yes, I am a silly girl. For not having seen sooner that you were nothing but a coward. When I say you are a coward, that is only because you are the slimiest weakling.
Ugh. Robin's so good.
No man in a century will suffer as greatly as you will.
I hate his reaction to this. Oh.
Fezzik. Fezzik.
Oh my gosh.
That is the sound of ultimate suffering. My heart made that sound when Rugen slaughtered my father.
Oh.
The man in black makes it now.
The man in black?
Yeah, and it's Rugen that's doing it.
Pardon me, it's important. Fezzik, please.
Everybody, boo!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where is the man in black?
I'm sorry, Nico.
Somewhere close by is a man who can help us. I cannot find him alone.
I love this scene. The sun behind him. Excellent. Okay.
He's dead.
Grandpa, wait. What did Fezzik mean he's dead? I mean, he didn't mean
Aww.
Wesley's only faking, right?
I'm right here with you, kid.
Who kills Prince Humperdinck? Somebody's got to do it.
Nobody kills him. He lives.
Jesus, Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
You've been very sick, and you're taking this story very seriously. I think we ought to stop.
No.
I'm okay. Sit down.
Come along, Fezzik, bring the body.
The body?
Have you any money? I just hope it's enough to buy a miracle.
Oh, right. Grandpa did say that there are miracles in this story.
What?
Are you the Miracle Max who...
The king's thinking son fired me, and thank you so much for bringing up such a painful subject. We're closed.
We need your help.
I might kill whoever you wanted me to miracle.
He's already dead.
He is, huh? I'll take a look.
He's like, oh, I just have to bring someone back to life. Easy.
I've seen worse.
This is noble, sir. His wife is crippled. Children are on the brink of starvation.
You a rotten liar. Where's that bellows cram?
Oh my gosh, who is this? That voice.
There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth.
Can't tell who it is.
What you got here, that's worth living for. True love is the greatest thing in the world. He distinctly said to blave.
Liar!
Hello?
He said to love, Max.
Don't say
My
another
God.
word, Valerie.
This is Buttercup's true love. If you heal him, he will stop Humperdinck's wedding.
There we go. There we go.
I did a lick Daldanation.
Come on the job.
You have to wait 15 minutes for full potency. And you shouldn't go in swimming after for at least 2 hours.
An hour.
Well, we don't really plan on that, so I think we're good.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Oh my gosh, that was too funny. I can't wait for the cast to roll. I need to know who that guy was.
Inigo, it's more than 30.
We've got him.
Not in a ready-to-go state, unfortunately.
How long do we have to wait before if we know the miracle works?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'll take you both together.
I guess not very long.
It's instant.
Who are you?
Where's Buttercup?
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Buttercup is marrying Humperdinck in a little less than half an hour. Break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape. After I kill Count Rugen.
There doesn't leave much time for dilly-dallying. If I had a month to plan, maybe I could come up with something for this.
A month?
You just shook your
With
head.
your brain?
That doesn't make you happy?
I mean, if we only had a wheelbarrow, that would be something.
Where do we put that wheelbarrow of the albino head?
Why didn't you list that among our assets in the first place? Now, I'll need a sword eventually.
Why? You can't even lift one.
True, but that's hardly common knowledge, is it?
Oh dear.
Don't pester. He's had a hard day.
Right. Sorry.
I love these three together.
I do not marry tonight. My Wesley will save me.
Yes, he will. Oh, this is a much smaller ceremony than I was expecting.
Marriage. Together today. Marriage that blessed
Oh my gosh, the amount of people that I've heard say this
within our dream.
with that exact voice. Clearly a standout line from this whole movie. I love it. Marriage.
There will be no survivor. All you worst nightmares are about to come true.
Just gonna be the support guy, huh?
So treasure your wife.
Fezzik, the portcullis!
Yes.
Your Wesley is dead.
Then why is there fear behind your eyes?
I have no gate key.
Okay.
Tear his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key?
Man and wife. Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite. I'll be there shortly.
Ugh.
You didn't come.
No, he didn't. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, girlfriend. Oh my gosh, poor Wesley. Count the fingers, count the fingers. Or do you know already? I think he knows already.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Coward. Go get him.
Getting away from me, Fezzik! Please!
Vuelve.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
And I won't be seeing you again, since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite.
Wouldn't that be nice? She kissed me.
The delivery with that.
Sorry, Father. I tried.
No, 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 no. There's more to that. Wait.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Wesley! Oh,
I
Wesley!
like how he didn't say anything. He allowed her to fucking... Oh my gosh.
Good heavens. Are you still trying to win?
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Doom, 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 doom.
Stop saying that! Oh. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
Offer me money. Power to promise me that.
All that I have and more.
Oh.
Anything you want.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Yay. I'm so happy.
This old man said man and wife.
Did you say I do?
Nope.
Then you're not married. Wouldn't you agree, Your Highness?
A technicality that will shortly be remedied.
No.
To the pain means the first thing you lose will be your feet below the ankles, then your hands at the wrists.
It is crazy how his face does not move, just his lips. There's been multiple scenes of that in this whole movie.
Let's get on with it.
Wrong! Your ears you keep.
Oh my gosh, even that, like, the yelling, the eyebrows didn't even flinch at all. Everything's frozen from here up.
That is what to the pain means. It means I leave you in anguish.
Also, are his eyes different colors?
I might be bluffing, but I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Perhaps I have the strength after all. Drop your sword. Have a seat.
Why does Wesley need helping?
Because he has no strength.
I knew it. I knew you were bluffing.
Whatever happens to us, I want him to live a long life alone with his cowardice.
Inigo! I saw the prince's tables, and there they were.
Aww.
There are 4 of us. If we ever find a lady. Hello, lady.
Oh.
You did something right.
Oh, wait. I won't let it go to my head.
I love Fezzik. I love everybody.
I have been in the revenge business so long. Now that it's over, I don't know what to do with the rest of my life.
Just be happy.
Have you ever considered piracy? It would make a wonderful Dread Pirate Roberts.
He would.
They rode to freedom. A wave of love swept over them.
What? What?
Now it's kissing again. You don't want to hear that.
Aww.
I don't mind so much.
Okay.
It's the end of the story now, so he's okay with it.
The end. Now I think you ought to go to sleep.
See, wasn't that awesome?
Maybe you could come over and read it again to me tomorrow.
As you wish.
So sweet. I feel like I could watch a whole other hour and a half, to be honest. That was wonderful. I knew it would be. But that went by way too fast. That felt like the fastest movie I've ever seen. I still can't handle the name Humperdinck. Oh, this is her first movie? Damn, I did not realize that. Oh my gosh, Carol Kane. Okay. Billy Crystal. Yeah, okay. That's why. Oh, that's why the voice was so familiar. But the prosthetic where I knew whoever it was, their face did not look anything like them. So yeah, okay. Miracle Max was so funny. That was my reaction to The Princess Bride. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. This was lovely. Sometimes I'll watch and react to a movie that I maybe should have watched for the first time as a kid, and I actually think that if I had, I would have enjoyed it more than watching for the first time today. But then you've got movies like this where I don't think it matters what age you are when you watch this movie for the first time. It's truly one of those family movies where like kids will love this and then take it with them throughout their whole lives. But you can also watch this for the first time as an adult, and there is plenty of humor for adults that will just go over kids' heads. So it's one of those like perfect all-around family movies, and yeah, the humor in this was crazy. It was so good. I feel like I missed or didn't understand so much of it. Like I have to go back and just re-listen to everything without, being here in reaction format, right? Second watch is always, I always get better clarity on things. That whole stretch where I was so focused on Wesley's, or well, Carrie's for that matter, his acting for Wesley when he just... only his lips were moving and the rest of him was so still. During that whole part, I was so focused on his face that my brain did not process anything he was saying in that moment. So that's a scene I will definitely have to go back and rewatch. Great performances, funny line delivery, the story itself. It does feel like it's poking at like the traditional like fairy tale, story, princess gets kidnapped and is forced into marrying the prince and become queen and blah blah blah, but she really loves like this poor farm boy. It's a very cliche type of story, but the way that they went about this though was so much fun, and all of these actors did such a fantastic job. For this being Robin, so I genuinely did not know this was Robin's first movie. I was wondering why she wasn't appearing in the credits, and then naturally we had to introduce it, and she did so good. I loved a lot of her line deliveries. She kind of was like Carrie as well, in that a lot of times her face was pretty like emotionless as well, and she was just like moving her mouth. But Carrie did that far more, and that's what made Wesley so good. He was doing it at the start of the movie as well, but when he came back and then throughout the whole rest of the movie, and this is not a criticism, but I just think that was so fun, and that I just accepted that as that's who Wesley is. He just has a very straight face. And that just adds to his personality and his charm. Yeah, so Carrie did a fantastic job. Also, the body acting, after he took whatever the fuck that was, the chocolate coated whatever, his acting after that, where he's like flinging his head, and his head just feels like its own weight. And it does feel like his neck just has that is so hard to make look realistic, like he was doing. Same thing with his arms. It truly looks like he had lost, genuinely lost all strength, and that his arm and his head and everything was just pure dead weight. That was really funny. I loved that performance by him. And I love the characters, Wesley and Buttercup. They were so cute together and so adorable, and he was just so lovely. As You Wish. Oh yeah. Andre the Giant and Mandy Patinkin. I'll talk about Wallace Shawn in a sec. I'm actually glad that he was only in the movie for such a short period of time, because Inigo and oh frick, what are the names? Sorry, I mix up. It was Vizzini and I need to look this up. Oh, Fezzik. Yeah, sorry. Fezzik, Vizzini, yeah. Okay, so Fezzik and Inigo, they were wonderful. They were so wonderful. I loved when we first met them. Sorry, not when we first met them. It was when Wesley had come over the cliff, and then we had that interaction with him and Inigo. First of all, I love the conversation that they had. Totally had me convinced that they were just gonna like agree to just like, yeah, you're a cool guy. We'll just part ways and it'll be. But no, the fight that they had was lovely. I enjoyed that a lot. The way that it was filmed, what both of them were doing. I could tell when it was different people doing it. There was one moment in particular where Inigo did a backflip, but you could tell like it was cut weird, that you could tell that the person doing it was a stunt person. And then, anyway, not a bother. Just saying. Anyway, that whole scene was so good. And then after that with Andre the Giant, with Fezzik, and how Wesley got through that. Their conversation also was really fun. The conversation, because Wesley was like trying to take him down while having it. Anyway, Fezzik was just, I loved him so much. He's such a gentle giant, but can, do things when he needs to do things, as we saw. I'm glad that the Vizzini, the outsmarting him, it didn't go in the direction that I thought, though, when Wesley was all like, oh, I've trained myself to become immune to that stuff. And that's the kind of humor that I love about this movie, that I love so much. One of the reasons why I had such a good time with this, because some of the humor was just so unexpected to me. Also because so many people now that I've watched this whole thing, and so many people have, like, there's a lot of lines that I recognized in this. The whole marriage thing. Yeah, oh my gosh. I have heard so many people say that in my life. And I don't even recall now any context as to why they would have done that. But yeah, I've heard enough people say that the moment we flip to that guy and he says that, I just immediately cracked up, because I went, oh, okay. That is from this movie. Oh, that was so good. That one. And then what was the other thing that Manny Patinkin said, as Inigo Montoya said? Oh, I can't remember now. But yeah, there's a lot of quotable things from this that people still, but there's so many, like, this is just one of those, yeah, very quotable movies, along with so many other movies out there. It's just nice to get the context to all of it. I'm so happy for that. Also with Inigo Montoya and the whole, yes, you killed my father. So first of all, I had no idea that he said it so much in this movie. I thought that it was just like a one and done thing, which is why when he first said it to him in that hallway, I was confused, because I remember the scene not being that color, if that makes sense. Like, they were in a very brown hallway, and he didn't say with any kind of urgency. So in my head, I was like, no, this doesn't quite line up with what I think I know. Like this, because I've seen the video on the internet before. So it's for that to build the way it did. And I was not expecting him to get stabbed. I was so surprised by that. So to watch him like fight through that, and then in that room, yeah, when he is saying it over and over and over again, that was just so wonderful. I know that I've watched an interview in the past of during the pandemic, Manny Patinkin and his wife, they, on YouTube, were doing all of these videos and all of these shorts and stuff. And so as I'm like, scrolling, whatever, was it during the pandemic or was it sooner than that? I can't remember now. Maybe it was sooner than what I'm thinking. The last 5 years have been a blur. Regardless, Manny Patinkin and his wife, they have a YouTube channel. They've done all kinds of videos. And I know that I've seen a video of like him pretty recently talking about that scene. And if memory serves me right, I think that just prior to filming that, he lost his own father. So I think he was talking about how that scene like meant so much to him and mattered so much. So I'm gonna have to revisit that now that I've seen the movie and know the full context. And yeah, I just need to watch more Manny Patinkin interviews in general, because I just love that guy so much. This is the character I believe he's known for the most out of everything that he's done. He did such a good job. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite character in this movie. Like, I really loved Wesley, I really loved Inigo Montoya, and I really loved Fezzik so much. Like, between those three, it's genuinely really hard for me to pick a favorite. And I don't just, I don't know. I don't know who to pick. Because the moment that I would say like Inigo Montoya, then I'm like, oh, but Fezzik but Wesley are also good. Notice how I don't say Buttercup. I do kind of wish that she had been in the movie just a little bit more and had done a little bit more. That's no shade on Robin at all. Like, Robin's performance was great. I do wish that we had the character just a little bit more in this. Yeah. Music was fun. Loved it a lot. Love the choice to really have it go with like the timing of sword swings and hits and body slams against doors. That was lovely. And just makes it more fun. Makes it fun to watch. It feels like makes it feel very like play, like stage play like. And actually thinking about that, this movie kind of felt like a stage play in a way, because we spend a lot of time in a scene, and some of the scenes even almost looked, not to say that the scenes looked shitty or anything, but like the scenes kind of did look like elaborate work done for a play, you know, to set the stage. And then just adding in the story of this, like, you know, fairy tale castle, like fantasy. Yeah, it just felt like a play. It's been a while since I've watched a movie that I was bummed that it went by so fast. Usually if a movie goes by really quickly, well, not usually. No, sometimes a movie will go by fast and I don't like that it went by so fast. Other times I'm relieved if a movie goes by really quickly, usually those with long run times. But yeah, this one almost felt like it went too fast. So with that said, definitely a rewatch movie for me, 100%. I cannot wait to rewatch it someday. This was such a joy. And yeah, I'm glad I picked this. Rob Reiner, rest in peace to you and your wife, Michelle. Thank you for all of the work you've done in films, and I can't wait to watch more of your stuff. And I think that wraps up my thoughts. With that, I'm going to go to Letterboxd now to see what some other people have to say about The Princess Bride. So let's go check it out. Aw, 5 stars. I just had a top 10 worst day ever and threw this on with the hopes that it'd give me even the slightest bit of joy. And who could have guessed that now, as the credits roll, I sit here smiling ear to ear. This one and A Knight's Tale for like just throw on, cheer me up, fantasy stories that are like, they're quick movies and they're heartwarming and funny and lovely. Yes, yes. 4 stars. When Fezzik the Giant asked why Wesley was wearing a mask and he said they're terribly comfortable, I think we'll all be wearing them in the future. Maybe he was ahead of his time. Rewatched March 27th, 2020. That was the date the review happened. That's hilarious. 5 stars. Billy Crystal's 4 minutes in this movie is more memorable than 99% of all acting performances ever. I said what I said. It was so memorable. The moment he started talking, I knew that voice, but I was looking at the guy's face and I'm like, there is way too much prosthetic work for me to make out who this is. I just have to wait for the credits. I thought it might hit me, but no, not at all. Anyway, that was a really good performance for how short of time we had that guy. All right, my favorite time of the video is where I now turn it to you. I'm so excited to read your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your favorite lines, humorous bits. Let me know your favorite characters. Let's just talk about this movie. And if you're someone that doesn't care for this one, like you kind of find it mid, I would be interested in knowing why, if you're up for sharing. Yeah, just thank you so much for being here. I'm going to think about this movie for a while. Yeah, this is like setting the rest of my day off very nicely. So I'm happy about that. All right. If you are not subscribed to my channel, click on the screen to do so. If you want to watch something else of mine, there'll also be things pop up for you. To everyone on my Patreon, thank you so much for the support. If you want to come hang out there, links are always in the description and pinned comment, and we'll see you in the next reaction, whichever one you tune into next. Until then, I wish you a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.